so you're from Scotland. Have you ever played in conditions like that?
Wasn't that windy? Number 9, we were on the front edge of the green there, and I've never experienced wind that strong, I think, on a golf course. I mean, we were down on the ground holding the umbrella like this. My fingers were like cramping because I was holding on for so tight, and it was pouring rain as hard as it has ever rained. So it was an interesting day. I mean, it rained, 3 or 4 times, and when it did, I mean, it was unplayable when it was raining because the wind seemed to pick up, and it was definitely an interesting day, one which I'll never forget.
Where were you when they stopped playing?
18T, and but that was nothing compared to what it was on number 9. I mean, we stopped on 9 because like you couldn't physically walk, let alone. I mean, it wasn't a question of they needed to blow the horn. There was no like physical way that you could play, so that's what made it kind of obviously a bizarre day.
In between all the heavy gusts and rain and stuff, what were the toughest parts of playing? Crosswinds, into wind, gusts of wind. What was the toughest part for you?
I mean, every shot was extremely difficult. I mean, when you did get like a downwind tee shot, you're like, oh yes. But I mean, I think I hit a 7-iron from 120. You're hitting 4 irons from 150 at times, like just chipping. I mean, I barely hit a full shot all day, and I enjoy that though because it just activates like your creativeness. So it kind of forces you to hit shots, and sometimes I get too stuck in just hitting the same boring shots. So I love it when it's windy. Maybe not quite this windy though.
How long did you, shelter in place on number 9, for lack of a better term?
I mean, I bet it was a good 5 minutes. I mean, and because we were so high there on 9, we could look down and see other people obviously doing the same thing. So we're like, well, we're just gonna wait until if we could stand up. So I bet it was a good 5 minutes. But I mean, that's as hard as it's rained plus wind that I've ever seen on a golf course.
That sounds pretty Scott.
Yeah.
What was the most creative shot you hit?
On 12 today, par 4 up the hill, I hit a nice drive. I was in an old divot, and I had 111 front. I think the pin was on 9, 120, and I chipped a little 7-iron, and it went probably 111. And so that felt like I was stealing, having a decent birdie look after being in that position. But to be honest, I mean, every shot is hard. I mean, even though like you're with a pitching wedge or a 5-iron, I mean, it's so easy just to hit a horrific shot. If you just get it wrong, a little too much spin and the ball's off. So it was a day to kind of survive, and I'm glad I kind of hung in there.
You seem to be more of an artist mindset, more so than a
Yeah.
technician. Would you take more pleasure from hitting that 7-iron from 111 or whatever it was, or just a perfectly even line, pure 170?
Oh, 100%. Because, I mean, everyone out here is incredible golfers, and they've all played in the wind, but not everyone enjoys playing as much as probably I do. So like I said, when the wind's that strong, it kind of activates something in my brain which I think makes me a better player. So I guess my goal is to kind of try and do that even when it's not as windy, which would be smart, but hard to do.
How'd you end up with Will Wilcox on back this week?
I mean, Will and I, obviously, we go back a long way, back to mini tour, Hooters Tour day. I've known him a long time, and I knew that he just kind of quit playing, and I was going through a little bit of a lull with my man Bradley, so I thought, hey, let's change it up this week and have Willie on the bag, and he was fun. I mean, we talked out there, and I mean, it was pretty hard caddy debut for him out there. I mean, he was maybe a little lazy, didn't walk the course, so he was like, where's this hole going? But I mean, fortunately I'd played here before, so I mean, obviously he couldn't club me all day, so it was kind of fun being like, oh yeah, 7-iron, 120.
Did he maybe keep you relaxed out there in these conditions, kind of talking about some other stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a fun group. I'm friends with Austin Cook and Ryan Armour, so it was a nice day to experience the wildness with those guys, and yeah, honestly, it was a day that anyone out there will never forget.
Thanks, Austin.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.